Hello trainers. So I wanted to make this discussion about why Pokemon Unite should be on PC because there will be a ton of benefits to it, and I understand there is this one glaring reason why it's probably gonna never happen, but who knows what the future brings. I want to first talk about the three main reasons why this game should be on PC, and then we talk about the main issue that makes this proposal hard to become a reality. So number one, the performance. So as you've been playing Pokemon Unite, it's very likely you've encountered some FPS issues with the game. Like let's say you have a team fight coming up and there's a lot of cooldowns going on in the screen and the FPS starts to dip. At least in my experience, I have the 2017 Nintendo Switch model and I'm not getting consistent 60 FPS. And it kind of makes sense considering the fact that Switch isn't the most powerful hardware, but when talking about a game that is competitive, I don't think that's acceptable to have inconsistent frame rates in a game like this. Like think about other MOBAs like League of Legends. Imagine if that game had inconsistent FPS, that game would never be as popular. And it's not only even the inconsistent FPS, there are even these FPS dips that are occurring in the game, that the game just straight up freezes for a second. And I've actually lost a couple games because of that when I'm trying to use my Unite move, and then you get this FPS spike that you can't do anything, and suddenly I'm so low HP that it's too late to activate the Unite move and boom, I'm dead. And yes, my Switch is a bit older, like 4 years old at this point, but I'm pretty sure that even if you go right now to the store and buy the latest OLED model of Switch, you will still get those FPS inconsistencies. And if I'm totally wrong with this, please correct me in the comment section, but due to the fact how limited the Nintendo Switch's performance is, this inconsistent FPS problem will be present in the future as well. So the second point I want to talk about is accessibility. So I talked about this game with my friends. Some of them had played League of Legends in the past, so they have that MOBA experience, and even a couple of them weren't even as big Pokemon fans, but when I showed them the gameplay, they were like, cool, okay, that actually looks really nice. I love the fast-paced gameplay. You go to this game, you only commit to 10 minutes instead of like League's 15 to 45 minutes-ish of games. And I'm pretty sure you also have friends who would love to try this game, but they do not own a Switch. So in terms of increasing their player base and Tencent getting more revenue out of this game, the accessibility will be great, meaning that this game will be on PC, on all the operating systems, Windows, Mac, and why not even Linux, like... That will be awesome. But in other hand, I can also understand that there is this exclusivity thing going on, that they purposely only want to keep this game on the Switch, and also coming in a month at the time when making this video to mobile as well. I do understand that to a certain extent, but overall accessibility in a competitive game like this will be just awesome. So before I'm talking about the main issue, I want to talk about the third main reason why this game should be on PC, and that is access to the PC controls, mouse and keyboard. This would ease into macro play, such as last hitting wild Pokemon and aiming skill shots, and the overall gameplay and the linearity of it would be just more simple, especially for players who are used to play MOBA games on PC like Dota 2 and League. The transition to Pokemon Unite will be easier for those people, like myself included. I used to play a lot of League back in the day by using mouse and keyboard. But yeah, there are these nitpicks like I mentioned the last hitting. Sometimes it's really hard to target a specific wild Pokemon and even the enemy Pokemon as well. And that is the reason you might lose some last hitting during the match, which is kind of annoying to be honest with you. And I hope they're gonna adjust the settings somewhere down the line, so the player has more control on which wild Pokemon he wants to focus on. Yes, I know there's that command wheel on the right side, I'm using that, but I feel even that doesn't work all the time consistently. I've had a couple instances where I've clearly selected the target with the command wheel and then I use ability and it still targets someone else, so that's some tricky-dicky stuff. But you have to also keep in mind this game is about 4 weeks old at this point, so there will be changes down the line, which is great. And again, I really don't want to sound like a negative Nancy. I just want to point out the benefits on why this game would excel on PC with these three main reasons I just gave to you. However, we have one main issue that's going to make it difficult when trying to get this game on the PC, and that is Nintendo. As a longtime fan of the company Nintendo, I really love their IPs, their games. Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, you name it, they got it. But Nintendo isn't willing to put their games outside their consoles and mobile. Mobile is the only exception that they are willing to put games that have their IP attached to it, and a great example of this is Pokemon Go. But have you seen a Pokemon game or Mario game or Zelda game on PlayStation or PC or Xbox? No, because they are very strict with their IPs. And I understand that to a certain extent, because that's why they are able to sell their own hardware, the Switch, so much more, because they do have these strong IPs and good games, exclusive games in their platforms. And that's their business strategy, I can respect that. But maybe once in a blue moon, if they could stretch a bit, maybe give 1 or 2 games a chance to go expand outside their barriers, I think that will give the recognition to their IPs as well, because not everyone owns the Switch. So let's say if there's 1 or 2 games, maybe 1 Pokemon game, or maybe 1 Animal Crossing game or Zelda game, whatever, on PC, that will give extra exposure to Nintendo, and when they will try this new game or 1 game on the outside their platform, the player might think, hey, this is actually cool, where I can find more Zelda or where I can find more Pokemon. Oh, Nintendo Switch. I can see these cool Pokemon games. Maybe I buy Nintendo Switch now because I had my great first impression on the PC or something like that. So yeah, Nintendo really is a problem when speculating and talking about getting this game Pokemon Unite to PC, and I'm pretty sure Timmy, that's the developer of Pokemon Unite, and the company behind it, Tencent, I think they will be okay with this, even despite the fact that Tencent does own Riot Games nowadays, and Riot Games' property is League of Legends, so some people would think that, oh no, they're never gonna release it on PC because Pokemon Unite would compete with League, and that's true to a certain extent, but there are a lot of people who've played enough League, they want something new, maybe a different genre of game, but some people do want more MOBA, but not League. So fresh MOBA experiences would be a great thing on the PC, and there are other MOBAs than just League. There's like Dota 2 and Heroes of the Storm and whatever, but people want new gameplay experiences, and the more platforms you're in, the more players you're gonna drive in, which would increase the player base and the revenue for the company. But Pokemon Unite, it's really a fresh take on the MOBA genre. I really love the fact that the games only last 10 minutes, and those specific unique things like the scoring and the strong IP attached to it, obviously. I've been loving Pokemon since I was a kid, so it's down on my alley for sure. But yeah, it's a tricky discussion, and if I would have to give my honest opinion, I don't think it's never going to happen that this game will be on PC. I'd love to be wrong, but due to the fact that Pokemon is a Nintendo IP, they are really strict with their intellectual property, so that's why it's hard to get this game out on the PC. But we can hope, and who knows what happens in the future. For sure, like, I mean, that would be awesome, and we'll see what the future holds. The mobile release, I like it because it's going to bring more players to the game, which is important, but come on, get the game on PC, people would love it so much. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who thinks this way. So that's my take on the discussion about why Pokemon Unite should be on PC. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this proposal and what's your thoughts on the situation overall. But yeah, if you like this video and if you want to see more cool Pokemon Unite content such as pro guides, tips and tricks videos, discussion bits and all the cool stuff, consider to subscribe, hit the notification bell, because there's gonna be a lot of cool content coming up in the future, so you want to stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Hepodix, and I hope you have a wonderful day.